Hi Pisces, it's Molly with Soul School Tarot and Astrology. That's where you're at. Thanks for being here. What I've got for you tonight is your new moon in Libra tarot reading, 2 storylines like I've been doing in the past. And because Libra is for lovers, I decided to go ahead and actually pause just to jump around a little bit. There's so much going on with Libra this week. There's a video about it. Check it out. I have another video. By the time I have this posted online, Pisces, there's actually going to be 2 Libra videos that I encourage everybody to go to watch, talking about just a series of transits that we've got coming up this week, as the beginning when the sun moves into Libra on Monday the 23rd. Okay, Pisces, I think this video is probably going to be out by Tuesday. All right, but nonetheless, take a peek on those videos. These storylines, because Libra is for lovers, our first one's actually going to be for singles, and I've got that on the table now. After I finish reading this for you guys, I'm going to pause, shuffle up both my decks, and then I'm going to deal out for our Pisces viewers that are partnered. Now, here's where I want you to be a little flexible. These are, of course, for sun, moon, and rising signs. I think there's a video uploading right now that kind of tells you how to find your different signs. If you don't have a time of birth, moon and rising are going to be a little tricky, of course. Rising's impossible. Sorry, guys. Watch the video. Anyways, but I am so all over the place. I don't even know where I was at. Fluidity. Don't force any of these, okay? If the things I'm talking about don't apply to you, then this reading isn't for you. You can watch it if you want to learn a little bit about the tarot, or maybe you stumble upon this message in order to gain some perspective or sympathy for what somebody else is going through. But here, if you're reading this and like, oh my gosh, that kind of sounds like my situation, just understand that, first of all, I want you to be flexible about whether you consider yourself to be single or partnered at this time, okay? Energetically, are you done with the relationship you're in? Energetically, you may be kind of already fixed to somebody that you're not formally in a relationship with. So you'll know whether you consider yourself to be single or partnered, or maybe it's worth watching both. Definitely check in on some of your other planetary placements as well. Like I said, sun, moon, rising. Collective readings are not going to resonate with everybody, so don't force it. If you want something that is very particular and specific to you and your energy, hit me up. That's what I do. Okay, instructions will be below on how you can book readings, donate. I've got a book list and a wish list, some decks that I could use for you guys. So just check it out. I'm already 3 minutes in and you want me to shut up and tell you your future. I can't tell you your future, darlings. I can only tell you your present, okay? And maybe a little bit about your past. If this is your reading here, Pisces single, I tell you what, I called the Hermit card the MVP for like the entire Virgo season, but if we had a runner up, it was this homie, the 4 of Cups reversed, which actually, I think I threw it back into the deck. It actually popped out from my second deck as well, and I didn't know what place it wanted to go into, past, present, or future. So this is a feeling of discontent. Okay, you're really not happy with the way that things are right now, and it's not fair because we got the Justice card reversed as well. Now, this came up, I feel like maybe in my full moon readings. One of the readings that I did recently, one of the rounds of readings, there were just a ton of recurring themes about these missed opportunities when it comes to relationships. So some of you singles right now are sitting around not that happy about being single because there's this connection that didn't pan out, and you're feeling either that you were treated very unfairly in that, or that justice has not been done in some other way. Some of you guys might feel like this is somebody that you are karmically, things were meant to work out differently with you guys, okay? So I asked for some clarifiers and the deck would not shut the heck up. In the past and present position, they gave me 4 cards instead of 1 or 2, and then they were very, very clear about the future. So let's go ahead and get there. In the past, I feel like this is a connection. It just like, you didn't have the resources, or maybe the timing wasn't right for you guys to build what you wanted to build in this connection. I have a masculine energy and a feminine energy. The masculine energy is a little bit younger. Remember, this is not always going to be male or female. Say hi to Freddie. Hi, Freddie. He's got the window open today, so he's very happy. It's a masculine energy is not always going to be a dude. There might not be a dude in this relationship, okay? And then the female energy is more stable. Okay, so she's somebody who's more mature and stable, and the male energy is somebody who is a little younger and kind of like dreamy, really pretty flirty, kind of a romantic, maybe not somebody who's super grounded in the real world. And I feel like that's kind of the reason why, maybe one of the reasons why you guys weren't able to build something here. However, the Judgment card reverse makes, in the past, with the Three of Coins, makes me feel like this was not the final opportunity for you guys to give this a chance. There's a possibility that this is a karmic situation, just because we have the Justice card overhead. We've got Judgment reversed here in the past, the Hanged Man in the present. Okay, so it definitely looks like this is something that you're going to have to revisit, but I'm going to tell you, the cards on the table don't tell me how this ends. It just tells me that things will move forward, okay? Right now, presently, we have two inverted majors. One of them is the Mountebank, aka the Magician, okay? And that came out attached. I'm gonna let you know, these four cards popped out in the present position, and I was like, no deck, I'm not doing four cards. That's too many cards. So I just popped them back on top, did a little riffle, and wouldn't you know it, these same damn four cards in the same damn order came out again. So this is obviously a story that they want me to tell you. I see one of you. I feel like the Queen has kind of become the King of Coins now, all right? They're telling me now that the Queen in the past, part of the reason why this was not able to come together, why you guys were not able to build on this, is because she was standing firm in her value and in what she was worth. And then I might not have been all about providing that. Maybe he wasn't in a place where he knew how. Okay, so I feel like whoever is the feminine energy, whoever is the Queen of Coins in the past, she has shifted her position, okay? She's not accepting offers right now. She's got her foot down. She's just kind of taking care of, like, running things at home, making sure that her stuff is under wraps. And I got that with the King of Coins backed up by the Magician reverse. She's still trying to manifest this in some way, shape, or form. Okay, so it's still in her mind. I think that there's this sense of like, well, I mean, I'd like to make a move, but who do you think I am? I know who I am, okay? I'm not budging from my position of value. So you just got to accept the way that things are. But the Knight of Cups before, that was somebody who was out seeking some sort of emotional thrill. All right. Now he has kind of kicked himself into action. All right. Okay. I feel like he's still actively trying to pursue something because he's not okay with dealing with things just the way they are. All right. So what's coming up in the future? I don't know, but it's something. Okay, this is something, it's a situation that right now, no action is really being taken because the action card, the Mountebank, the Magician, he's inverted. Okay, the Hanged Man is about somebody who is not able to take any like successful action, right? So there's desire there, but things aren't quite lining up, so to speak. Okay, and in fact, I believe that there's a little bit of tension right now because this just came out with the Advice card. Two of Swords came out, followed by the One. But before I get there, this was, okay, we have 4 cards come out for the past, 4 cards come out for the present. Okay, deck, what do you have for the future? And I'm ready for 4 cards to pop out. We get 1. It's the card. Okay, so the card is the Hanged Man. I'm sorry, it's the Magician plus the Lovers. It's somebody with intention finally makes the decision to act and move forward in some way, shape, or form. Okay. And I heard the word reiterate. I feel like whoever is represented by the Queen and King of Pentacles is going to have to reiterate what it is that they require out of this. Maybe that's you. Maybe that's the other person. Right now, there is this sense of stalemate, but as the Chariot moves forward, do expect there to be some truth revealed, okay? For some reason, this card does not have, now I think I already said at the beginning, this is for the new moon period from like September 28th to October 13th. This card doesn't have crescent moons on it, but the Chariot typically does, okay? That's what this card represents. It's the Chariot in a typical deck. And that makes me feel like information's going to come out after the new moon. It's always the full moon that's very illuminating. So definitely by the time that the full moon comes around, but definitely like pay attention for it during the waxing moon. Once the moon starts to get fat again, okay? When it looks like a crescent, okay? All right, guys, I'm going to pause this. I'm going to go ahead and gather all these up, and I'm going to deal out for you Pisces who are already partnered. All right, guys, so I have quite a reading here for our Pisces who are currently partnered, okay? And again, I want to remind you guys, not all of these readings are going to resonate with everybody. When I say resonate, like you're typically like, it literally means like this like echoes in your soul. Okay. So you hear this and something inside of you feels like it connects. Okay. So if that's you, please pay attention. But also be flexible that when I talk about the male and female, the masculine and feminine, that doesn't have to equal like male and female. Also, if I talk about you and your partner, it's somebody's going through this right now, okay? And the roles might be reversed. But we have the Three of Swords coming up twice in this deck, which means there's definitely some healing going on in the relationship that you are in right now. Somebody in this relationship is not feeling very secure. They're not feeling very wealthy. Okay, like their sense of value, like they have been devalued within the relationship, okay? And it's causing a little bit of codependence. I'm gonna be really honest. I gotta try to fix like my glasses. They're always crooked, but they're new and cute. And I'm sorry, Pisces, this isn't about me. Okay, so somebody, we got the Knight of Coins reverse, is not feeling very strong when they stand on their own 2 feet, okay? They feel like, oh gosh, okay, all right, baby doll, I understand. Not for everybody. Somebody is thinking about leaving this partnership, or somebody out there who's watching is thinking about leaving the partnership that they're in, but they're really, really afraid of having to stand on their own 2 feet. Oh shit. Okay. I've got 2 interpretations for the cards in front of me right now, and one of them involves a third party. Not both. You're going to know this if it's you or not. If you are thinking about leaving this relationship that you're in right now, then understand that there is a third party coming in the future. Probably. Okay. If you are just in a relationship where you are feeling some insecurity, maybe that's functioning or manifesting in the relationship as some codependence, but you want to stay with that person, then the Court card that I've got in the future, that's a shift in that person's perspective. Okay. So maybe you're a third party, maybe you're not. If you're thinking about leaving, understand that the universe is listening to you. Okay. And it wants to send you something to help you out. Okay. In the past, we have, oh gosh, you guys, we have a divine pairing. The King and the Queen of Cups. But the King is reversed. And behind him came the Mountebank reverse, so the Magician reverse. Somebody was deceitful. Somebody was manipulative. Somebody was abusive with their power, and it was probably the masculine counterpart in that pairing. Now, when I say a divine pairing, that just means you got the yin and you got the yang. Okay. You have the assertive and the receptive energies. And all these exist in each of us, but like often within relationships, whether they're same sex, whether they're non-gender, whether they're traditional man, woman, there are people who kind of play the primary role of the masculine and the primary role of the feminine. Okay. So whoever plays the role of the masculine in this relationship got himself fucked up. Okay. Because he lost this good thing. Okay. He lost this good thing. Right now, what's going on is there's no building. There's no building in this relationship. There's no teamwork. There's no coming together, because this is the time where the heart has to heal. Okay. We have the Three of Swords reversed there, and I apologize. It didn't actually pop out, but the Three of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. Of this other deck, okay, which I come back to for advice at the end of the reading. So you can't build on quicksand, okay, and that's the way some of you are feeling right now. Like you are either, if you're staying in the relationship, you're taking the time to let this pain kind of heal, all right. But you're not, but you're doing it kind of solo. You're not in a place where you can work with the other person towards that healing right now. If you're thinking about leaving, then yeah, you're not working on this relationship anymore. You're giving yourself just some time to let, you know, the Three of Swords is the heart with the three swords in it. You're giving your sword your time to just like flip that over and let the swords fall out. Okay. So 2 storylines for you guys, and they're both kind of juicy. I don't mean to trivialize what you're going through. This is a very, very, very difficult decision for you to make, but I believe that it ends in healing. Okay. So in the future, here's that court card. Either the King of Cups gets himself right and comes back with true love and an apology and an opportunity to rebuild this relationship, or you done with that King of Cups and honey, you got a King of Staves on the way. Okay. Does that make sense? 2 potential storylines within this one spread. But you know, from the beginning, when I said some of you guys are thinking about leaving, but you're afraid of whether or not you can stand on your own, you can, by the way. You don't need that third party. You can. Okay? Advice for you. This was not a surprise when the Six of Swords came out, especially once this Page of Cups appears, whether it is the King of Cups coming back around because he had time to check in with himself, realize what is in alignment with his true self. Okay, because here he was acting out of some like emotional insecurity in his own self. Okay, that's where that lie and deception came from in the past. So either he learns how to like align himself and walk right and brings his Page of Cups back to the Queen, or somebody else is gonna. Okay, but either way, this is going to bring emotional healing and strength. Okay. So I've been paying a lot of attention, especially when I'm looking at cards that have to do with couples, at the doubles that come up. So like I said, we have the Three of Swords reversed. That's a release of pain. And the Three of Swords reversed, that's a release of pain. What's the difference between the Three of Swords reversed and the Six of Swords reversed, you might ask? Well, on the Six of Swords, you have a companion on your journey. So the Six of Swords here is literally an opportunity to heal the hearts of 2 different people. Okay? So, y'all been through it, but you're going to get through it. Okay? On your own or within this partnership, and I believe that you know in your heart which one of those things you truly desire. Thank you so much for being here. If you want to follow up on any of these, I am more than happy. Like I said, look at me below, book me for a reading. It's all entirely confidential. It's fun, it's healing, it's non-judgmental, and I'm just real glad you guys are here. Okay, take care of yourselves. Okay, I love you all.